My whole life, I've been a lover girl. For my astrology folks, I'm an Aries Venus, which means I have a very passionate, assertive, and adventurous approach to love. So it's written in the stars. Ask any of my friends, they'll tell you I always have a crush. Like I will meet someone on Tuesday, and by Thursday, I'm texting, I've never felt like this before. And I mean it until the next Tuesday. So naturally, this is a story about love. Not just the cute kind, not the messy dating app kind, not the temporary kind. This is a story about unconditional love, a love that is selfless, accepting, and forgiving. The kind of love that doesn't fade, doesn't ghost you, doesn't get weird after a hard conversation. A love that doesn't leave. 13 years ago, I met someone. It was love at first sight. We met through Craigslist. Yes, Craigslist, I know. Crazy, I know. Reckless, I know. Impulsive, yes, I know. I've always been a bit of a risk taker, one that likes a good story to tell her friends, doing it for the plot type of shenanigans. At the time, my soul was yearning to give more love to another soul. So I drove to meet him at his place. I didn't go inside, I had some sense about me. So he came out onto the porch, looked me dead in the eyes, and I melted. He had this calm, confident energy, like he didn't need to prove anything to anyone. I remember thinking, he's gonna change my life. He was very quiet, which intrigued me. He had the cutest black curly hair and the brownest eyes, the kind of eyes that just hypnotize a person. He greeted me with a grin, but also with a bit of aloofness. I assume he wanted to keep a bit of emotional and physical distance between us. So within an hour, I took him home with me. His name is Chase, and as of today, Chase is 91 years old. In dog years. Yeah, Chase is my little black Maltese Yorkie mix, and this is our love story. I was very much into a show at the time named Gossip Girl. Please don't judge me. There was a really cute actor on the show named Chase Crawford, so that's what I named my dog. We've been through everything together. He's seen me at my best, my worst, my most chaotic, my most exhausted. He was there when I started my first business and when I had to close it. He was there when I got married and when I got divorced. And while that marriage came and went, Chase stayed quiet, patient, present. And listen, people always say we're an odd couple, and sure, I guess we are, but we also have a lot in common. We are both Black, we're both overlooked a lot. Not funny, but statistically, Black dogs are adopted less than any other kind. People say they look mean or don't photograph well or whatever excuse they use. And let's be real, the world treats Black women like we're too much or not enough depending on the day. But that day on the porch, we saw each other. I saw his value, his energy, his soul, and I swear he saw mine too. We chose each other and we've been choosing each other ever since. Chase is a Capricorn. Reserved, low-key judgmental, big boundaries, and I respect that. Because I'm a Pisces and I am the total opposite. He's not the cuddly type. He's more of a, I'll sit on the other end of the couch, but I'm still here for you, girl type. And honestly, I've learned that kind of love is just as deep, it's just quiet. He doesn't speak, obviously, but somehow he's always known what to say or not to say. When I went through my separation, I remember laying on the couch the night I discovered my wife's infidelity, and I was just done. Done with the lies, done with the disrespect, done with living in an unhappy home. So 6 years ago, I had come home from a long day at work and an even longer, it seemed, commute on the 101. And my wife was sitting on the couch on her phone. We said our hellos and I went to cook dinner. Neither of us really saying much to one another. As we sat on the couch to eat, I saw her phone. Paragraphs between her and another person. I asked who she was messaging so much with, and she said, huh? So immediately my stomach dropped, my intuition and anxious attachment kicked in. I repeated the question and she replied, my mother. Who DMs with their mother on Instagram? My appetite had left immediately and my body started getting hot. and not the fun kind of hot either. I asked to see her phone, and she denied my request with saying, "No, you'll get mad." So she then confessed that she had been flirting with her coworker slash friend, the same friend that I knew and had invited into my home. So I knew there was more to this than just flirting. We argued for the next few hours, with her shutting down and me becoming more and more enraged. Fast forward a couple of weeks, I asked for a separation, and fast forward a few more weeks, I asked for a divorce. The disrespect from her became a daily routine, and I knew I deserved better. One day in the wee hours of the morning, I was crying alone on the couch, couldn't even catch my breath, and Chase just got on the couch next to me, looked at me, laid down beside me, and put one paw on my leg. Aww. No words, just presence, and that moment saved me. My marriage, it was beautiful in some ways, but it was hard. Two very different women trying to love each other. She liked routine, I liked flow. She needed me, but I needed independence. There was love there, but we were an odd match. Meanwhile, Chase and I, we get each other. No talking necessary, no explanations, no code switching, no tiptoeing, just vibes. He's been my most stable relationship, the most emotionally available male I've ever known. He shows up every day, judgmental side eye and all, and he loves me anyway. We wake up early, we stretch, we walk, we sniff flowers. Okay, he sniffs, I take pictures. We eat, he's picky, I'm not so much. He naps, I scroll on my phone. But he reminds me to slow down. He reminds me to just be. We don't need to do much to enjoy each other. We can lay in the grass, sit in silence, or stare out the window, and somehow it feels like everything's right with the world. He gets excited over short car rides. He hates the beach, but will sit there anyway just to be close to me. And that's love. Chase doesn't care about my job title or who I'm dating. He doesn't care how much money I have or whether I've texted somebody back. He just wants to be near me, to know I'm safe, to know I'll come home. Sometimes I wonder if he gets anxious when I'm gone, if he thinks I might not come back one day, if he worries life might get too hard for me and I'll give up. But I'll always come home because I have to, because he's my constant and I'm his. He's 13 years old now, slower, sleepier, more grumpy than ever. And I know we don't have forever. But I also know he's already left me with so much. He's taught me that being chosen, truly, deeply chosen, is worth waiting for. That love doesn't have to be loud to be real. That joy is in the small things, like laying in the sun, walking through flowers, being near someone who loves you for who you are and not who you're trying to be. He's taught me how to stay. So yeah, we might be an odd couple, but we're us. And in this world, that's everything.